Hi, this is Brian Kuzmar from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in sunny Lauderdale by the Sea, Florida. Today I'm going to go over a subject of confiscation and when it happened in the United States, which you can tell by this little sheet was in 1933. And the reason I'm going to talk to you about this is because it is often used as a tactic to sell people higher priced numismatic items that they really don't need when they're looking for bullion items. I don't want to digress, but let me just kind of go over what happened and when, and if you're not familiar with it, and a lot of you may be familiar with it, but just to keep it short and simple, back in 1933, we were in a depression. FDR had to kind of reprice the currencies and back up the currencies because we were in such a bad state at the time. So in 1933, they made this executive order that required all Americans to turn in all their gold coins, all their gold bullion, which would be bars and other type bullion items, and any coins that didn't have a numismatic value, which means didn't have a real collector value to them. There were really no people convicted. I think there was one guy, and from what I can see here, his name was Frederick Barber. He was actually convicted, the only person convicted of not turning his gold in, but I think he kind of flouted it in their faces and took it to court. I'm not quite sure. You can look that up online and get the details. It's really an interesting story if you get the time to read about it. But again, I want to go into how this is used to get money out of a lot of people's pockets that they really shouldn't be paying. Years ago, and I'm also going to tell you why it's no longer valid. Some years ago, I think about a decade or more ago, telemarketing companies, which are these companies that you'd see on CNBC and on TV, and they would tell you, buy gold, buy American gold. And what they were referring to is $20 gold pieces. I'm going to put the tray out here and show you what I'm talking about. They were referring to items like this, United States $20 gold pieces, and they were trying to sell you these items because unlike bullion items, these items have a 20% markup, which means the salesman made a lot more money, and as well as the company itself, than selling regular bullion items. 20% is a pretty hefty markup, and something probably you don't want to pay if you're trying to buy just gold. You don't want to buy U.S. Gold coins for a large premium, and in high grades, it's just completely unnecessary. And they often will tell you the reason you want to buy this, and one of the sales pitches in these old telemarketing sales calls would be, they would tell you that if gold coins are ever confiscated again, that they could not confiscate these gold coins. Unlike maple leafs. They would actually tell customers, well, your maple leafs, your Krugerrands, and your American Eagles, those can be confiscated because those are considered bullion. And the truth is, back in 1933, that would have been true. But we're not living in 1933 anymore, and that is a complete lie and a farce because, first off, the reason FDR was able to do that is because we were under a gold standard at the time. And if you looked at that original receipt, you also notice that it says gold certificates and bullion. So he made everyone turn that in. We are no longer on a gold standard. We haven't been on a gold standard since, I think, 1972 when Nixon took us off the gold standard. So today, if they were trying to confiscate your Eagles and your Maple Leafs and your Krugerrands and such, they would actually, there's no reason to do it because we're no longer under a gold standard. They don't have to back up the currency with gold anymore. They can just print, as you know, as much as they want. So we're no longer on a gold standard, so there's no justification for confiscating gold bullion coins. And even if there was, think about this, they would have to physically come to everyone's homes and take their gold coins away, which they never even did in 1933. One guy tested the case, all right? So they'd have to come to your home and take this stuff away from you. And that's how these salesmen scare people into buying these higher priced numismatic items at 20% over, because they tell them, well, if you look in the 1933 executive order, FDR excluded rare coins. But again, the fact is we're no longer under the gold standard. And if they needed to collect money now, they wouldn't need to come and take gold from your homes. They could just, with a stroke of a pen, take part of your retirement account from tens of millions of people 1%, 2%, not even that, which is probably going to happen one day. But to go into people's home and take their gold, no, it's just never going to happen. And it's really just a scare tactic by telemarketing companies. Don't fall for it. If you're going to buy bullion, stay away from numismatics. And there's nothing wrong with numismatics. They're great products if you want to become a collector. But if you're just buying gold and you just want to make a gold move, stay away from that stuff. As much as I love rare coins and I think it's a fun, great hobby, you don't want to buy that if you're making a gold play. Stick with your regular bullion products, American Eagles, Maple Leafs, Austrian Philharmonics, and a host of other good products that are out there as well. Anyway, I'll keep this short and sweet. Hopefully I did, and appreciate you watching. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to contact us or give us a call. Our address is up there, and as is our phone number. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.